Welcome to the Horror and Gore Horror Movie Podcast, your number one podcast for all things horror. I'm your host, Big Goobs. And of course, I'm always joined by my friends and co-hosts, Dakota and Dylan. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Goobs. How are you doing?
Good. Dylan?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk Backrooms.
All right. If you guys are watching the YouTube version, you guys do see a couple new faces on here. We have Carson. How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing good. Like you said, I'm excited to talk about Backrooms as well.
Good. And we got Logan. How are you, my friend?
Doing great, man. I'm doing great. I'm excited.
Good. As you guys know, as it's already been mentioned, we are going to be talking all things Backrooms. But before we get into that, all of our socials will be linked down in the show notes, including Carson's and Logan's. Make sure you guys follow our independent pages as well as the podcast page. If you're watching YouTube, hit like, share, and hit that notification button. Leave a comment letting us know what you thought of Backrooms. And if you are listening to the audio version, hit that 5-star rating. But we're just going to jump right into what we watched this weekend or this week. So, you know what? Let's start off with one of our guests. Carson, you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah, I'll go first. So I started with Mandalorian and Grogu, and then I thought it was a decent watch. I mean, I had my gripes with it, like the Jeremy Allen White voice acting. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the story just didn't really do much for me, but I liked some of like the action scenes and stuff, and still the dynamic with the Mando and Grogu, and I did like the bounty hunter they introduced. So there were some cool things about it, but it was just for Star Wars standards, not very good, but it was a decent movie. And then I rewatched Revenge of the Sith, and then New Hope, and then I watched Backrooms, and that was quite the experience. I'm still thinking about that movie. I think Logan made a video talking about how hard it was to rate, and I was completely in agreement with that. And then for some reason, I watched War Machine just because it was on Netflix today, and that wasn't that good. So that's what I've seen this week.
Nice. Solid. Sidebar, Revenge of the Sith is probably my favorite Star Wars film.
Oh yeah,
and right
same.
Right under that is Rogue One. I'm a Rogue One fan as well.
Rogue One is good. I still need to watch Andor because I like a lot of the characters in Rogue One.
Yeah, definitely. Logan, you want to follow up?
First thing I watched this week was Creep, the 2014 horror mockumentary style found footage starring Mark Duplass. I knew he was in Backrooms, so I was like, I'll finally watch this. I actually really enjoyed it, considering it was made with $500. I was like, wow, this is very impressive. Then I finally got around to watching I Love Boosters, the new Boots Riley film. Thought it was very interesting. A lot of very weird and wacky stuff in there, but Boots Riley, that's what he does. So I wasn't too surprised by it. I rewatched The Breakfast Club. Don't know why.
Nice.
I mean, just a classic. So had to rewatch it, and then I watched Backrooms, of course, Thursday, and I was I think I like it more than a lot of people, but I really enjoyed it. I was impressed. I've been thinking about it for 4 days now, so I can't get it out of my head.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that. Dakota, you want to go?
Yeah, I got you. So first up, I was gonna watch The Cheap Detectives. Decided to go to the theater Tuesday. Went up to the ticket booth, sold completely out. So we had to change plans quick. So there was a showing of In the Gray. I like Guy Ritchie. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. Watched it. I actually like the movie. It's a really good movie. Then I watched Hush, the Mike Flanagan film. Really, really good. I love that movie so much. Then, of course, I watched Backrooms, and we'll be talking about that later.
Nice. Oh yeah, Hush is fantastic.
Yeah, Hush is good.
Nice. Dylan, what you got, man?
Movie totals. I only watched 2 this week. I watched one called Gaia. It's from 2021. If you would have told me this was a precursor to The Last of Us, I would totally believe you, because like this could be a prequel for The Last of Us. It was insane. Really good movie. I also watched The Backrooms, which we'll talk about it. Then I watched a bunch of shorts. I'm not going to talk about all of them, but there's a new horror short out called Imaginary Friends. That one's a really good one. It reminded me of like Goosebumps, and I think they're making a TV show out of it here pretty soon. So that one was pretty cool too. And then I watched like 10 or 15 horror shorts this week that most of them were good, but I don't need to talk about all of them. What about you, Goobs? What'd you watch?
Yeah. So I went ahead and, as you guys know, I've been grabbing like old physical media and stuff from thrift shops and anywhere I go, and just trying to get like whatever I can get my hands on. So I picked out one of my random DVDs and I rewatched Phone Booth with Colin Farrell, Forrest Whitaker, Kiefer Sutherland. Still an awesome thriller. It's so good. I finally watched The Neon Demon for the first time. That movie is absolutely insane. One of the prettiest movies to watch. It's so good with its actual like neon lighting, the purples, the pinks. Just I wanted to watch the director Nicholas Winding Refn because of her Private Hell coming out next month in July. So wanted to check that out. Really enjoyed it. We watched The Page Master, classic Macaulay Culkin from '94.
How'd you like it?
I fucking loved it, man. It was great, dude. The mixture of like live action and then animation. It is basically just about how important stories are, books are, imagination, courage. It was fantastic. I also went to the theater and I also watched I Love Boosters. Like Logan said, absolute insanity and just absolute chaos, but it was so intentional with its messaging and how Boots Riley was able to pull all that craziness into that message. He's a fucking genius, a weird genius, but a genius.
My theater for some reason this week does not have it. I was gonna go see it. I guess they only had it for like the first week, maybe.
Oh damn! Yeah, it's definitely worth the watch. I mean, I was blown away with just the artistry behind the film itself. So I loved it. I finally got around to watching Exit 8. I fucking loved it. Exit 8 was absolutely incredible for such a simple plot and a repetitive plot. What they were able to do to keep your interest was great. Then I rewatched They Will Kill You. I'll go on record and say that's one of my favorite movies of the year. Zazie Beetz and just the absolute absurdity, blood splattering, the action sequences. It's just so fun. I loved it. I liked it more than Ready or Not 2, to be honest. And then, of course, I watched The Backrooms, which we'll get into here in a little bit. But we'll jump into some news, some horror news here. Dakota, you want to jump off first?
Yeah, I got you. Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Masmia. The trailer dropped this week. This is the new Jane Schoenberg film, or Schoenbrunn film. I haven't seen their other two films, which is I Saw the TV Glow and We're All Going to the World's Fair. But what I hear from this trailer, that this is bloody and brutal, and it's like an 80s slasher type of film. So I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for it. It looks the box. It's funny because like the slasher, the box head and all the like lesbian imagery and stuff like that. There's just a lot of queerness to this movie, and I'm just super excited for it. It seems so cool.
100%. The filmmaking style of I Saw the TV Glow is absolutely just. When I first watched it, it was kind of me branching off into that type of film, and it's so visually striking where I was just like, I don't know what to feel, how to feel, but the messaging of dealing with gender euphoria and or dysphoria, excuse me, and just everything was so crazy. It's a movie that needed to be made for sure. So I'm excited to see this next one that she's got coming up.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this. Ever since I heard about this last year, I've been pumped for it. I know I Saw the TV Glow is one of my favorite horrors of the decade so far. That's one of those movies that I watched the first time. I was like this. I didn't enjoy it much the first time, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, I just need to rewatch it. So I rewatched it, and I was like, wow, this is like when you're not. I was trying too hard on the first watch. I was like distracted. I feel like watching it, and then the second time, I just sat there and just tried to enjoy it, and it was very good. But yeah, this new one, slasher. I'm always down for. So
Yeah, I watched the trailer actually before the podcast. It actually looks pretty interesting, and I mean, even like some of the shots look kind of cool too. It looks like a very unique film. So, and like you're saying, the themes too. So this will be an interesting watch for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm ready for it. This next one, and forgive me for the pronunciation, director Yoshishira Nishimura. He did Tokyo Gore Police, which is a Japanese splatter film, absolutely insane film. He passed away at 59. If any like Japanese splatter film deserved a second sequel, that was the one that I was hoping for. That movie's insanity, just to say the least. So
Yeah.
sad news in that aspect of things.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely going to be missed because he made some just crazy. Tokyo Gore Police was crazy. The Machine Girl was crazy. Like he was definitely an artist.
Yeah.
Okay, so up next we got Catherine Newton is going to star in The Devil's Mouth. It's going to be released in July on Prime Video. So The Devil's Mouth is friends go to Thailand. They're just going on a little trip, and then they're trapped in a cave with dangerous predators. It looks like another shark movie. I'm not excited because we have too many fucking shark movies coming out. Like, I'm over it, but like, you guys do you.
Can never have enough shark movies, man.
Dude, I'm over it, man.
Did you watch Thrash? That was so bad.
I did.
Oh my gosh.
What took me out was the water birthing scene. That was the only thing that took me out of it. But up until then, I was like, this is what I was looking for in a shark movie. Just the absurdity. I liked how they focused on it was a bull shark instead of your typical great white shark, because in actual nature, bull sharks are more prone to aggression than the actual great white. And I liked how they did that. I'm kind of an ocean nerd, but maybe that's probably why I liked it a little bit more than others, but it was fun for me.
I swear every week I've been on the podcast since starting, we're talking about a new goddamn shark movie coming out, and it's insane.
I'm just anytime I see a shark movie, I'm like, all right, we're getting another one. Here we go.
Yeah.
You're like, you know exactly what it's gonna be. You're just like, here we go. Let's do it.
Yeah, should have stopped at Jaws, man.
Of course, you'd say that with the Jaws poster.
Yeah, I know.
In the back.
That's why I had to say that. I had to mention that.
That's perfect.
But for this, the only thing that interests for me is Catherine Newton. I think
Yeah.
this is what I will say. Catherine Newton is only really good in horror movies because the only movie outside of Elle is Ant-Man Quantumania.
Oh, we can't talk about that movie.
Yeah, we're not going to
Oh
talk
my
about it
gosh.
because how bad that is. But she's good in Abigail, Ready or Not 2, Lisa Frankenstein, all great movies, and she's great in them. So even though it's a Sark movie, she'd probably be the only positive.
She found her niche for sure.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, she was also really good in Freaky with Vince Vaughn.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Then up next, we got Angel Heart series announced with Zac Efron to star in it. So Angel Heart is I think it's the 80s or 90s.
It's in 80s, yeah.
87.
I haven't seen it, but Goobs and Dylan, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it either.
Have you guys seen it, Logan or Carson?
I have not. I saw that news when that got announced. I was reading about it. It sounds kind of interesting, so I'll watch it. I know it's being, I think it's produced by A24, so should be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Iron Claw, which that was A24, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. So like,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that was probably what Zac Efron's best performance that I've seen. So
Oh yeah.
if he can do that again, I'm excited for it.
Definitely. Next, we have a new movie coming out. Adam Wingard is directing a movie. He's done some You're Next, a few VHS segments, King Kong. Is it King Kong?
I think Godzilla versus Kong. I think.
Kong.
Yeah.
And the New Empire.
Yeah, that's right. He's got a new movie coming out called Onslaught, which I actually just saw the theater or the trailer yesterday watching Backrooms. Basically, a mother living in a trailer park uses her skills to protect her loved ones from a threat that escapes, excuse me, a secret military base. He's like a super soldier, basically, and she has to fucking fight him off. And the guy, it's funny. It's Alex Pereira from the fucking
Oh yeah, the UFC. Yeah, I saw it. That was crazy.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was random.
Yeah, it just looks like a fun run gun
Action
film. Dan Stevens is in it as well, so that's always a positive.
Yeah, I love Dan Stevens.
So
This
yeah.
cast is kind of stacked, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Adria Arjona and Drew Starkey in it too.
Yeah, Drew Starkey, I'm excited for it because after
Yeah.
Outer Banks, I'm kind of excited to see him and more stuff.
He was really good in Queer too. You should watch Queer if you haven't, Carson.
What is it called?
Queer with Daniel Craig, the Luca film.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
That's been on my watch list for a while.
Mhm.
I like Daniel Craig too.
And Carson and Logan. I don't know if you've seen this, Logan, but I know Carson hasn't seen it. The Hellraiser reboot that was on Hulu that was released in 2022. He's in that, and he's really good in that also.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I do like him though. I'll check that out.
And it has Odessa Zion also.
Well, that movie looks crazy.
Wow.
Let's pull that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just pull out my wallet.
Yeah, let me check this out.
Hellraiser is a very intense movie.
Yeah.
I'll watch that before bed tonight.
Yeah.
Dude, I fell asleep to it the other night. I was watching it for just like a comfort movie. I was like, dude, I love this shit. Everyone's screaming, blood everywhere.
That's how I am with. This sounds crazy, but that's how I am with the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Dude, same.
I'm the exact same way. Yeah.
I'm like, where is it? Yeah, there's my poster.
Yeah.
Like that's TCM is like my slasher.
It's the best.
That's so funny. Okay, what do we got next? We got Damien Leone of motherfucking Terrifier franchise is directing Tortures of the Damned. I have no idea what this is. I saw something posted on it, but I'm kind of iffy with Damien Leone right now, so I don't really look into it.
I'm not a huge Terrifier person, but I think they're okay.
Yeah.
I'm not big on them, but I'll
Yeah.
probably watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan, you know me. I'm in the same boat you are with him
Yeah.
as far as the other stuff, but I'm excited to see what he does with another original project, because if we can just get original horror, that's really the best thing. And I mean, he definitely knows how to go practical and go hard. So, I mean, I'll be interested to see kind of. He's not writing this; he's just directing
No.
this stuff, right?
He's writing it too.
Oh,
Yeah. Written, directed, and produced.
It's produced by Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
well, damn.
So that'll be that's going to be a saving grace for sure.
Wait, so wasn't like so he did all the Terrifier movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Has he done anything like bit notable outside of Terrifier, or is that like what he's like? Is
Not
all
a
of his
damn thing.
That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
It's just been Terrifier.
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
I hope
versus the
hope
Mummy?
it's going to be good. Like I hope it's going to be not paint by numbers Terrifier, but with a different name on
Yeah,
it.
just like Terrifier coded all the way through.
Yeah.
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 I'm really excited for it
Of course
because
you are.
you see Art the Clown. I love Terrifier.
I can't say
But-
anything. I just bought a NECA figure today of Art the Clown, so
I want that one. But also
I really
with Sam
like the
Raimi.
second one.
Yeah, I heard the second one's better.
Yeah, I really like the second one. I don't know why.
Have you seen the third one?
I
haven't.
don't think so. I've only watched 1 and 2, I think.
Oh, the third one's the best.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's my favorite. It goes. It for me. My ranking's a little different. It's 3, 1, and 2. 2 is just really long, and I get they're trying to set up the story with, Sienna and like the archangel type bit, but it just kind of just a little too long for my liking. A few things could have gotten cut out in my opinion, but who am I, to tell somebody to cut out stuff in their art? But yeah. The next piece
I
we
got
got.
that.
Oh,
this
is
is
it you?
big news.
Yeah,
This
it's me.
This is
I
good.
love this news. Danny Boyle hopes to start production on 28 Years Later, Part 3 next year. Sign me the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was,
we need Danny back. Get him
Yeah.
back.
I was gonna riot in the street if we didn't get the fucking third installment of this fucking
Dude,
thing.
Oh my
dang.
gosh.
I was gonna be so
Because-
fucking mad.
Because 28 Years Later was one of my favorites from 2025.
Oh
and
yeah.
Bone Temple is my second favorite of the year behind Obsession. Like, I fucking loved what Nia DaCosta was able to do, and the exploration of humanity and compassion, and that, the relationship between Ray Fiennes and Samson.
Sam Sampson. Yeah.
Like, it was fucking beautiful, and just Jack O'Connell's fucking incredible.
Yes.
Just
Oh my
so-
gosh, I love those movies. Did you guys like 28 Years Later or Bone Temple better?
I think
I
I like
like-
Bone Temple better.
I like Bone Temple better, but just by
Yeah, it's
fraction.
close.
Just
It's
by
super close for
fraction.
me. Yeah.
I really enjoyed the father-son kind of dynamic that 28 Years Later gave us between Spike and Aaron Taylor Johnson's character,
Mhm.
and just like that whole portion of it of what it takes to actually be a real man and take care of those who you love, and like with his mom, and but just by a fraction, Bone Temple just a little above.
I like the first one more.
I was going to agree with you on that. I like the first one more also.
I think I felt more emotionally connected to the first one than Bone Temple. And it looked gorgeous. I was like, this
Oh, yeah.
cinematography
Yes, it
is
did.
off the charts, man.
Oh yeah.
It's like, this movie is beautiful.
That scene with the high tide running across,
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And just how they did it, like with all the like iPhones and shit like that, how they were making those rigs and stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Technically, just amazing.
Yeah, but like you said, Jack O'Connell was phenomenal in Bone Temple. Dude. Any horror film, I'm just signed up for any horror film he does. I'm watching.
Yeah. 100%.
Hold on.
Yeah. He was
He's got
so
Quiet
good.
Place 3, man. He's in.
Oh, he is.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's in Quiet Place
Oh.
3 apparently.
I got
That's
a
awesome.
recommendation for Logan and Carson right now. If you want to see anything with Jack O'Connell, watch Eden Lake.
What is it called?
Eden Lake.
You
So
still
this
got-
is this. I still have the screenshot, dude, of you dressed up like Jack O'Connell.
you still have that? That's funny.
Yeah, dude.
Did I have the
So
I
then-
use it as a reaction in comments on TikTok. I'll just post your picture.
Yeah.
Oh, this is from 2008.
Yeah, it's him,
Oh,
Wow.
Michael Fassbender, Kelly Riley.
oh,
Yeah. That's a
it is
bleak-ass movie.
brutal. It is brutal. That's a crazy movie.
I'll have to watch this.
And it reminds me, the ending reminds me, like you know how Obsession was a bleak ending. This
Mhm.
has a bleak ending. So if you like how Obsession, like that style ended, you probably go and love this movie.
Sweet. I did. Yeah, I know. I did like how Obsession ended. So
It's actually insane. That
Yeah.
movie's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm just pumped for Danny Boyle. That guy has sauce. He has so much sauce.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
bring him back, man.
dude, I even liked the Yesterday movie. I know it didn't do super well, but I actually thought that was a good movie that he did.
What? I don't think I've seen that.
It's like, yeah, it's hard to get into, but like basically this guy gets the power to like sing like John Lennon basically, and he sings all of his songs like a lot of the world forgot about the Beatles music, so he starts playing the Beatles music and starts taking all the credit for it. But I don't want to spoil too much. But it's kind of a silly movie, but it's pretty good.
That actually, yeah, that sounds fun. Actually,
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think it's like 2019 or something.
Okay, now I know I'm watching tomorrow now.
yeah, that sounds like a good one. Okay,
What we got
Do
do
next?
you want to
Luke?
take this next news?
Yeah, I can do that. Evil Dead Wrath has wrapped filming. And that's about all I know. I just saw the Instagram post, and that was really it. I don't know nothing else about it.
I'm excited for
I
it.
like Evil Dead, so I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
in.
Burns
Yeah.
one of my most anticipated. So hopefully,
Yeah,
Wrath is good too.
I
Come
forgot.
on,
who
Zach
the-
Kreger.
I forgot who the director is for Evil Dead Wrath.
It's Francisco Lupi.
Galoopi. That's yeah. I couldn't remember, but yeah, I'm super excited for Burn and Wrath. It's coming out in 2027, right?
2028, August
2028.
Oh yeah, 2028 says.
April 7th,
Yeah.
2028.
It
Isn't-
must
Isn't Burn coming out next month?
yeah,
Yeah.
July
Okay.
10th, I think.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's soon.
Yeah.
I got to rewatch Rise then.
Same.
I
Okay,
like
I'm
Rise a
gonna,
lot.
I'm gonna go through everybody. Carson, have you ever watched the Evil Dead movie?
I have not.
Oh. Oh no.
What's the first one? Evil Dead Rise.
No, the first one
No.
is the Evil Dead.
Oh, it's
by
Evil
Sam
Dead.
Raimi.
Oh,
Evil
okay.
Dead.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen any of them.
So, Goops, what's your favorite Evil Dead movie?
2013.
Dylan,
Probably 2013.
Logan.
Dude, that's tough. I mean, probably either the first one or 2013.
Yeah.
I liked
2013.
Rise a lot though.
Rise wasn't bad at all.
So
I
you guys
do
all
gotta
like
say,
2013 the most?
Yes.
yeah, it's fucking dope. But I want to
Nice.
warn Carson, if you ever watch the first Evil Dead, there's a weird as fuck scene that involves a tree. And you just like be
Oh,
prepared,
man.
dude. It's fucking nuts.
Oh
It
god.
is not a good scene.
That's Sam Raimi, Carson. That was his first movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, So how early? Like, when is that scene? Is it like the beginning of the movie or the middle of the movie?
No, it's not the beginning.
Okay.
No, you'll.
That
just
is
warning
one
you
weird. That's a very just weird
Yeah.
movie, dude.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
First time I watched it, I was
yeah.
just like, it was like 2 a.m. on like a Friday, and I just like threw it on. I'd never seen it. I was just sitting there for like, it's only like 90 minutes. I was just sitting there with like my jaw open like the entire movie. I was just like, this is
Yeah, dude.
absolutely insane. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
Damn.
80s movies were fucking nuts.
Yep.
When I watched it for the first time, it was back in like college, like I think it was 2019. It was before I even really got into horror. Like I didn't like as much horror as much back then. So watching that movie during the daylight, that fucking terrified me for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So Dylan, what
All
we got
right.
next?
Just lump them together since it's physical media.
So, Mortal Kombat 2 4K is going to be released on July 28th. Identity, what is it, like 2003 Japanese movie, is going to be released in 4K from Arrow on the 24th of August. And then this last one is kind of exciting. Ju-on the Grudge 4K is going to release by Arrow August 10th. So I'm excited for that one.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't even heard of that movie. Jew on the
It's-
Grudge.
Yeah,
That's
that's
like the OG Grudge. That's where the
yeah.
Grudge came from.
the OG.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a? Oh, wait, I've seen this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you like see it, you're like, oh, that's
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. That's actually pretty cool. I'd probably buy that.
Yeah.
That on 4K would look sick, probably.
Yeah, that one's exciting.
Mortal Kombat 2 is already getting released on 4K.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That movie came out like a month ago.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's the power of the box office, though. Did not make as much
Yeah.
money. Obsession killing it. They took their digital release date away now for tomorrow.
Yep.
It won't be even
Yeah.
released in June, they said.
Oh, I was going to say, did they update when it's coming out? Or
Probably
when it's going to be on digital? July.
Probably be July now.
Yeah.
The 4K actually looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, for Mortal Kombat 2, like the inside of it.
Yeah, I dug Mortal Kombat 2. It was so fun.
I liked it too. I thought it was really fun. It was a lot better than the first one.
Oh, yeah, dude. Holy shit.
100%.
Yeah.
That movie was awful.
Yeah.
That first one was a rough watch, man. I was
Yeah.
like, this franchise deserves better. We got to be better than this.
100%. I just like how they thrusted us straight into the fucking tournament because let's be real, that's all we wanted from the first one. And then they just were like, let's introduce this person, which they did him super dirty in the second one. But
Dude, yeah.
that's a topic for another day. But
Technically, that was a topic for what, last week or the week before, right?
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's all the news we got. As far as horror news and physical media. So shoot, let's just jump right into the Backrooms. Carson and Logan. We always start off with doing like a spoiler-free thoughts before we deep dive in. So whoever wants to dive in first, you guys have the floor because I still am thinking about what the hell I want to say about this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start. Yeah, spoiler free. I'll just say, I thought, like, my initial reaction after watching it, I thought the first, like, I'd say like 45 minutes, maybe to an hour, were like really, really good. And then, I said, like, it's not really a spoiler because it was in the trailer. I'd say, like, when Mary gets in the back rooms, like, it kind of lost a little steam for me, but still pretty good. But the more I think about it now, like, I think you guys know what scene I'm talking about. Like, everything kind of changed. I actually think I like it a little bit more than I originally thought when I first watched it. So I think I need to go back and watch the movie again, because there's a lot to think. There's so much to think about with this movie. Even like the ending's a lot to interpret, and it's just I didn't know like a lot going into the movie, so this was all backroom stuff was all new to me. But definitely like a polarizing movie. Definitely worth watching. 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Dude, I really liked it. I loved it. I thought the production and set design is like probably the best I've
Oh,
seen.
dude,
I can't
yeah.
even think of how long. Like it was unbelievable. It
Incredible.
literally it was insane. I was so glad they didn't use any green screens. I was so glad it was real. Like you could feel how real it was. I loved Kane Parsons. This kid is the future, man. Like this is insane. I don't even know what to say. I know everyone's talking about how young he is. Like, regardless of age, this movie is like just so. It's like a breath of fresh air. It feels like something very original, something unique. I loved how it was like complete, just oxymoron of what horror normally is. It was just like it wasn't dark. It wasn't like loud. It didn't like. There was no blood except for like one scene. It just kind of just like makes you feel uncomfortable with like this just infinite space. I love the Backrooms lore. I loved it a lot. I can't wait to go watch it again.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll jump in. Yeah, going into this, I knew nothing about the lore or anything like that. Never watched YouTube series, didn't know anything. But I think that's what also helped my viewpoint, being so just green about the whole situation. Because going into it, I had no expectations. But I will tell you this: the swings that Kane Parsons took absolutely connected for me. Like the fucking set designs, going back to what you said, the set designs blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. Every twist, turn, every door opening, every staircase, everything was just absolutely incredible. When it switched in, I don't know if it's technically spoiler, but I mean, the original Backrooms is an analog horror. So they were going to put some analog horror in this. And I loved that aspect of it. When it went into the Backrooms and started discovering it, I got hot. I got fucking claustrophobic. Like I just felt so uneasy because I'm like, what is happening? What is going on? And then the overall themes of things, listening to the dialogue of Mary and Clark.
Yeah, Clark. Yep.
Yeah, Clark was just, it made so much of the movie and the themes and how the Backrooms actually are, where I was just enthralled with the whole aspect of what was going on and the mystery of it. And it doesn't hold your hand when it comes to the actual messaging of what the Backrooms truly is. And it honestly is great that way because you can interpret it how you want to. I know a lot of complaints was there's no plot. You're making the plot as you're watching it, in my opinion. So it made me start thinking more and more and going deeper, literally feeling like you're going deeper into the Backrooms to find true meaning of this mystery. And I loved it. And for this kid to be 20 years old, shit.
That's impressive. Yeah.
It's impressive as hell, and there's just a little bit of jealousy, but I hope he fucking smashes. I hope he smashes everything that he does because he just seems like a genuine kid. And I say kid because, damn, I'm pushing 40, so, you know.
Because he can't even fucking drink yet.
I know, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, for real.
You know, that's my random spoiler-free thoughts there.
Just a reminder, Sam Raimi was 20 years old when he made The Evil Dead, and that is a cult classic movie where we're still getting new movies. So we need the young blood in the theaters. It's needed, especially now with all the reboot remake bullshit we've been having the past few years. So I'm so glad they brought Kane Parsons in. I thought, like you guys said, the set designs were beautiful. Clark, I don't know how to say the actor's name for Clark. I'm not going to lie. So I'm just going to call him Clark. I thought his acting was crazy.
Yes.
He did
Yeah.
such a good job.
Yes.
Mary, at the end, the acting got better, but throughout, I was just like, it's okay for me. But, and like Carson was saying, the second half kind of felt like it fell off. But the more I think about it too, the more I'm like, wait, it actually does go back to what happened to Mary when she was a child, and it kind of builds her story up a little bit more. So I originally rated it like a 7 out of 10, but I think I'm going more towards like 8 or 9 now, just because
Dude, that's the same thing, because I rated it 3.5, and like the more I think about it, I'm just like I think I might have to change this.
Yeah, like I'm just
agree.
like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, this is awesome. The only thing is, I come from like analog horror on YouTube. I have watched Kane Parsons' found footage ones on YouTube a lot, the Mandela catalog, stuff like that. To me, it didn't feel like the Backrooms, but I also get it's harder to translate a found footage analog horror to an actual movie. So I know that's just on me. Other than that, good movie, and everyone should watch it.
Oh yeah.
Or Dakota, let's go.
So, I don't know how I feel about this movie. This movie is so damn confusing.
It's pretty crazy.
I have never walked out of a theater thinking, like, I don't know what my rating is. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping after us talking tonight and getting more information and questions answered, that I can get a proper rating for this movie. But the things I'm going to say I really liked is the production design, practical effects. I love practical effects. And like Logan said, this was the best thing about this movie. You felt like you were in the back rooms, claustrophobic, everywhere. Like Goobs is right now. He's in the back rooms.
Goobs, yes.
Oh my god, that's funny.
And the acting was very stellar in this. From the guy who played Clark to even Mary's, the actress who played Mary, which she was nominated for an Oscar last year for sentimental value, and I could definitely see that in this movie. But let's talk about Kane Parsons, because right now Hollywood for the past 3 weeks is running off of young directors, and I love
Gen
it.
Z.
Yes, especially from YouTubers. Also, you got Curry Barker over here with Obsession. Now Caden Parsons with the Backrooms. Very, very phenomenal. But the one tiny gripe I got, and Logan talked about this in the video, and I'm thinking, I hope I don't feel like this, but there was one little tiny scene of when he's there's this part when he's walking around, right? I wanted it all found footage. That's all I wanted, like the analog style thing, because I'm a really big found footage fan. And everyone says the found footage in this is great. I think that, but I wish it was all. But the ending is where I got confused. That's what I'm gonna say. I got confused right at the very ending. And I know
we'll explain it.
Logan being the Backrooms guy, I'm hoping I can get some clarity for this ending.
Yeah.
But that is it for me.
Hell yeah. Sorry. I'm back in my house now. We don't have to worry about cars going by.
Okay. Are you sure? You're still no clipped into the Backrooms, dude.
I know. Hey, man.
It's the copy of himself.
I like it better.
He's gonna start eating himself.
I like it better in here, man. I finally feel like I belong. But so those are our spoiler-free thoughts. We're gonna go into spoilers. So if you haven't seen the Backrooms, pause this episode, go see it. Even if it doesn't sound like your jam, just go support not only horror movies, but just independent horrors, original horror movie. Just everything about this movie is what everybody and their mom is crying for in Hollywood, and it's here, so go support it. But so we're gonna jump right into spoilers. I'm gonna open up the floor. Whoever wants to jump in or where to start, I guess we can just start at the beginning in the therapy session, or actually technically in that first little clip of one of the agents being lost in the back rooms and kind of where we start off. So whoever wants to jump in, feel free.
The opening sequence was so good. I was locked in from the jump. They did that so well, like just hooking you right away. I loved it. I loved all the found footage stuff. I do wish we got a little bit more of it, like Dakota said, but I thought them not doing it too much was nice, I guess, because I feel like there's a lot of people that don't really like found footage. Like the general audiences, it's not like their preference. So I guess that was part of it, but the opening sequence was so good.
I agree, because I wasn't sure if it was going to be. I knew from the trailer there was going to be some standard narration as far as like standard filming and everything like that. But when it started out with that found footage, I was like, okay, here we go. Like, bring you. It sets you right in for it. And I'm not gonna lie, it fucking made me uncomfortable from the start. That jump scare got me because there was just like that. What the fuck is this? What are we getting into? And I think me being a non-Backrooms knower, it was the perfect way to start that movie. You know what I mean? It gave you a little bit from the series itself, because like I said, I went back today at work and watched like 4 or 5 segments of the actual YouTube series to kind of try to get a little bit more, because I haven't stopped thinking about it. And yeah, just going into and seeing like the pirate wheels on the walls and the furniture signs, and just seeing like this fractured going, okay, I guess a little further, these fractured memories of what's going on that we're going to find out later on in the film just kind of locked me in. And by the time the movie was over, I was like, we're done. Like I haven't had one of those theater experiences in a while where I don't do one of the how much time I got left kind of thing. You know what I mean? It was from start to finish, I was in.
Oh, the beginning, like I said, I love the beginning, but the part is when he goes first into the back rooms and like he figures it out, and I'm like, I just wish we had found footage right there. But the one upside for this, it reminds me of a video game, like you're playing a character and you watch him walk through the back rooms. And the one little downside of it is it feels like it didn't have no stakes into it, because every other scene besides that in the back rooms, there were stakes. There was the entity coming after somebody, and it just didn't feel that right. I know we were building up for it, but it just took me out a slight bit. And I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I feel like the trauma trope is going thrown so much into horror lately that it's getting like being around the bush so much.
I sort of agree with you on that they're using like trauma and stuff a lot. But that's kind of what horror's done that for so long.
Yeah.
And I think for at least Backrooms and how Parsons explained it within the mythos, it makes sense. But I do agree. We've been getting a lot of trauma stuff recently.
Yeah, I like how it was approached with the trauma in this one. It was approached in a different way, at least for me, because people try to deal with their trauma by escaping somewhere else. This one was like, hey, you have to find your own path, and you get these fractured memories. And that's why, like, I thought the set pieces were incredible. How you have these, and speaking of Mary, you know, when it cuts to her reliving her past traumas with her mom being mentally ill, and that's where she wanted to become a therapist to try to fix people. And it kind of comes back in the end where she's like, I can't fix anybody, you know? And she kind of gets this realization of what she's going through with her living with all this trauma. And then it shows like the layers of her living room going here to here to here, and everything just kind of fractured through it. I thought it was played in a different way rather than a bring her back with Sally Hawkins' character. You know what I mean? Where it was just full blown trauma, punch, punch, punch. This one was more layered in the fact that there's still a mystery of going on of what the Backrooms is. Yes, it deals with trauma, guilt, anger, and Clark's, brain. You know what I mean? He's angry. He's against the world, and he finds comfort in the Backrooms because it makes him feel like he doesn't have to change. So you have one person that wants to get over their trauma, but then you have the other person who doesn't. He just wants to be himself and wants to just remain in his own ecosystem. But we later figure out that just exacerbates the whole thing, and he's sitting in there and it's causing him even more issues. And then we get the fucking pirate fucking entity and shit. Like, I get where you're coming from with the trauma and everything, but I felt this was just different. Maybe it's just the movie and the setup, but I felt like it didn't feel like they were shoving the trauma down our throats like in other movies that do it, in my opinion.
I think another thing for me is because this is 3 movies in a row that technically deal with like trauma. Like Obsession really done good with it. Like Corey Barker done very good with it. Last week's movie, Passenger, the trauma in that really sucked. That whole trope. So I think going into this, it came off of like last week's thing. So it's like I'm watching 3 movies in theater for each week with trauma. And it's like I didn't know how this was going to be. Because like I know Corey Barker stuff. I've seen Andre Overdahl stuff, but I've never seen Kane Parsons stuff where this is his first film. So I was thinking, like, how is he going to do this? And I think it's the thing, like you said, like, when I went to this movie, I'm thinking Backrooms. Like, this is what I'm going to get. But with the other side plot, I'm like, okay, this is new, but it's like, I was not looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to more of, like, what he is known for and, like, what the trailers were pushing in this movie.
Yeah. I want to ask you guys, Carson and Logan. I know from what I understand, you guys aren't very, at least Carson said, as far as like seasoned per se into horror itself. So when you deal with films as far as trauma, I mean, if you're looking at other films such as, your Sentimental Values or your fucking Iron Claws and those type of things, it's a different type of trauma that you're dealing with. So every film, in a sense, has some sort of trauma trope in there. Did you guys feel anything within the Backrooms that kind of felt off with the trauma? Because in horror, it's just, like Dakota said, kind of beating a dead horse in a way. But did it make you guys feel any way? I mean, I know you both liked the film, but how did the trauma presenting itself affect you guys, if anything?
Well, honestly, I think how you said, like, how, like, basically, like, her and Clark had different, like, their mental approach for the Backrooms was just so different, and how it kind of all came together. Like, the more I think about it, I actually think it was well done. I guess, like, when I was watching in the theater, maybe it didn't hit me as much, but the more I think about it, I think they did a good job with it, personally. That's my thoughts on it.
Personally, that was, well, horror is my favorite genre as well. It always has been. So I know what you're saying about the trauma trope. And I mean, I think the way they did it in this movie, though, it didn't feel like it was being forced onto you in a way. I think it kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, it felt to me like the way Kane displayed it to you didn't necessarily seem like he was trying to force the trauma trope on you. He was just trying to basically just show it to the viewer, and then you either like not necessarily understood it, but you either like connected to it or you didn't, and it didn't really like take away from the film if you didn't. But if you did, I feel like it added so much. I feel like the way that scene in the dinner table when they're like down there, that scene was like by far my favorite scene in the entire movie. I thought that was so masterfully done, and just like the subtle just hints at what just into his mind and just the back rooms of what it is, them showing the characters like distorted faces, and just like that whole thing was basically just talking more about memories, I guess, than trauma. It doesn't even have to be traumatic memories. It can just be memories in general. So I thought that was really cool the way they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dinner scene. That's probably I think where like the ratings like fluctuated so much for people when as soon as that scene came on. I think that's what it started. Either some people loved it, and I think some people really didn't like it.
Yeah,
but
I noticed a lot of people were like really confused about the timeline with Clark and like how he went crazy so quick and stuff. And I think that messed people up because I'm like, we know time works differently in there. We saw her go to his house and there was a bunch of mail, so he's been in there for a while.
Yeah.
So I think he just went fucking crazy. Like, I don't think that's a real detriment to the story, at all. But people are like, "Oh, this is awful because of it." I'm like, dude, no. Like, that scene alone deserves an award because that was when he's like, "And you can eat them," and I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh my god! I keep thinking about that scene so much. Dude, whenever the pirate Clark version of him picked him up and ate him, I'm like, what's going on?
Like, oh no!
Yeah. Oh my god! I can't believe that was that basketball player that former basketball player.
From Romulus.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I just liked how they said that they don't bleed, and then Clark just like, he just bleeds everywhere. No, I'm saying like he gets picked up and like he just bites into him and he starts bleeding. I think that was their way of showing you like the difference between of who's. I think also those people are just like the not Clark and Mary, but the distorted face people. They're obviously not real, like they're like copies or memories. So I think that was like the good way of showing that that's still Clark. That's not like he didn't die or like get replaced or cloned. Like when he bled, that was like really still him. I think that was their way of showing that without just like holding your hand through it and telling you.
Yeah. That dinner scene was absolutely wild, and how
that was nuts. Oh my god!
And I like how they recreated it from the conversation from the beginning therapy session, because in the therapy session he was apologetic when he got angry, when he got to that level he was like, I'm sorry, but in the dinner scene he didn't give a shit. Like he's like, this is my house. I'm going to talk to you the way I want to talk to you. And then I thought when the pirate Clark started to come through, I assume that's his wife's memory.
Yes. And that's 100%.
And she books it, and you just know that entity within Clark and the pirate Clark, you're like, this dude is a monster himself. Like not just his entity, but him as a person is a monster. And him being in the back rooms, you could tell he's been there a while because he's got the bills and everything under the door, and it's just metastasizing within his own psyche, like, and that's what I took it. That's what drove him into becoming crazy, even though he was already at that level of anger. This just pushed him over the edge because he felt comfortable. He felt validated in his feelings of being angry at his ex-wife for leaving him and everything like that. And I'm not going to lie, when he was in the first therapy session, when he said, "Get off your fat fucking ass and help," I was like, whoa.
Dude, I was pissed when he said that. I physically was like, you don't talk to your fucking wife that way, dude. That's when I was like, he's a bad dude.
I was like, this guy's absolutely nuts.
Garbage.
in more ways than one. And I think just and I like how in the dinner scene again, I'm sorry if I'm yapping. There's just so much stuff within this movie when he goes, yeah, there's some guy out there with a fucking blue colored shirt. You don't know who he is, but he's just there. And it's just like everybody that you cross paths with, whether it's at the gas station, the store, or something, it's all within your brain and that fractured memory. You don't know who they are, but they're there inside your memory. And that's what I think the Backrooms really is. It's a focus on memories and that sort of process in life rather than just the trauma, like you said, Logan.
Am I tripping to think that the dude in like the striped shirt is his competition?
Oh
Like,
my
that's like
God.
his anxiety about his work competition coming out. That's who I thought it was.
Was
But
that him in the other commercial that was on Mary's TV?
I
no,
just thought that. I just thought that that's like his anxieties about like his work and stuff forming into that guy, and it's sort of but I'm not sure. I couldn't remember the dude's face from the commercial, so I was like, that I feel like it's that guy, but I'm not sure.
Dude, there's so many layers to this movie. It could be. I mean,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Besides the found footage stuff, my two favorite scenes from this movie is the dinner scene and the final scene that we get. But with the dinner scene, everyone's talking about Curry Barker making a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Kane Parsons literally done what you could do in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. It's the literally copy of the first one. You have the victim on this side. You have the crazy, deranged lunatic on this side with like the family members, kind of. And the most fucked up thing is, oh, do you want a drink? He opens the door, and that girl's head is right in there. I'm like, well, shit.
That was nuts.
I think my favorite scene was probably when Clark first got in the Backrooms. I thought that was so cool. But I mean, the one where when they send, what was the boyfriend's name? I already forgot his name. When they send him down, and oh my gosh, that scene, the whole scene up until whenever they pick up the camera at the end, that was crazy. Yeah. I mean, the Christmas tree when they show the Christmas tree, that scene was so eerie.
That's
all the clothes and everything. I mean, that's probably my favorite scene. But I think also when he first got in the Backrooms, that was so cool.
Yeah,
like when he was discovering it.
Yeah, I just go ahead.
I just saw this because I don't know if you guys picked it up or if I was going crazy watching this. So the boyfriend's Bobby. So when he goes down with the camera, right, and he's going around, there's a pile of clothes. Is there a head in one of those piles of clothes?
It's a cutout.
Yeah, it's a cutout. But I was like,
I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing, but then it panned back, and I was like, "Oh, that's just a cutout." Holy shit!
That scene was genius. I thought, yeah, like how you said the cutout in there was just because you don't see it at first, but then you start seeing it when you look closer.
Yeah, when they had that analog style with the old camcorder and everything like that, it just brought an even bigger element of dread for me, because one, just the liminal space aspect of it is scary in itself. One doorway, you go in one way and you try to keep going, and it's just doorway to this, that, and the other, and you don't know where you're going, and it's just infinite in there. And it scared the absolute shit out of me. And the fact that, like, when she's being chased by the fucking pirate Clark, when she tries to open that door and she can't get through it, so she goes through the dog door or whatever, and then there's just that drop off.
Yeah.
And it's just all the layers and everything. I was like, holy crap. I don't know why it scared me, but it scared me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why this movie affected me the way it did, but it did. And I think that's the genius of this movie in that sense, because like going back, you're making your own plot through it. You're making your own connections to these characters while watching the absurdity happen. And I think that's just because, just like I'm going to point out, just like in Jaws, you don't see the shark until way late.
Yeah, it's the build. Yeah, the build up.
Scared of the water because your mind is racing of what the hell is in there. Kind of the same thing. You don't know what's behind door number 1. You know what I mean? In the back rooms. So it's.
I have a quick question. How fast do you guys think you can crawl over couches? Because that scene when she's crawling over the couches and stuff, I was like, holy shit, dude, you're going so goddamn slow.
Dude, I think I'm done.
She hurts herself.
Yeah, I think I'm cooked.
When she fell and she was acting like she got hurt, I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
I was like, "Come on."
Yeah,
I was like, "It's a couch. It's not hard. It's not like you fell on concrete. Like, get up. What are you doing?"
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was stressing me out though. Like the way they shot that was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the-
dude,
the
when he's
running
carrying
scene.
He's carrying Clark's body out there.
Oh man,
Dude,
He's like dragging it,
bro, that was crazy.
dude.
Oh my god.
That final like 10 minutes where it's just chasing her, that was just terrifying, man.
yeah,
Dude, the scene of his store, it looked just like the store. Like it was like just like it. It's crazy.
Which that also makes sense that as to why it looks just like
he spent the most time there.
Exactly. He's
Yeah,
always thinking about his
Yep.
fucking store and work,
Yep.
and so they're able to make it perfectly. And I was like, that's a good touch. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
There's so much to think about with this movie. Honestly, this is the most I've thought about a movie like in a long time. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I like what you said, Nick, earlier about like it's not holding your hand through it, and it's making you kind of imagine what you want. Like whatever you want to imagine is kind of what it's going to be. And that's most people's main issue has been there's no plot or there's no story. I'm just like, well, that's on you then because you're not thinking about anything. You just
Yeah.
want it to be like spoon fed to you the whole time you're watching it. The whole
Yeah.
point of the Backrooms is like Kane doesn't tell you anything. He just kind of like shows you, and then you have to like sit there and try to figure out what the hell you're watching and just try to like piece puzzles. He'll like put little stuff here and there, and like he'll put some hints in front of you, but he's not gonna like just. It's not a linear like just straightforward. Here's what's happening.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen. This is why it happened. It's not. It doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Which I think is why everyone's having such a hard time trying to figure out what they think about this film at the moment.
Yeah.
But I think it'll age a lot better. I think
Oh
like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
longer people sit with it and think about it more, it'll age better.
Yeah.
He took such a big swing. Like he did not play this safe. Like for his first
No, hell no.
film. He went
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. They said, here's $10 million. Do what you can. And he fucking went. Like he went for it. And you got to respect it. And I wanted to ask you guys, because I know I've seen a lot of the discourse, and I know Dakota mentioned it a minute ago. I don't know. We could talk about something else, but I wanted to go through that last little, not interrogation, but the last conversation between Phil and Mary, when he kind of goes and is like, we were a company that made MRI machines.
MRI, yeah.
But now we fucked up and we made this. Now I have to go in here every day to kind of figure out what the hell it is. And the analogy that Clark made, and then she reaffirmed at the end about it's trying to have somebody describe a dog that has never seen a dog and then do it. So it basically tells you this is what you are interpreting this to be. And the ending, I thought, when it pans out, when it kind of goes through her layers of her particular living room, and when it pans to her being the fractured memory, that was in
Like the
my
still life.
Yeah, like that was my interpretation of her accepting and getting through her trauma and her issues. And that's just the memory of within the Backrooms. And then it flashed to other scenes within the movie, like the coworkers' apartments and the store, thing like that. It was like the conclusion of this particular two characters, but there's still just an absolute broad storyline through it. So Mary's still alive somewhere, but is she ever going to be able to leave the back rooms?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if she like. I feel like the company won't let her leave. Like she's had too much valuable information, and I mean, they're either gonna just. My theory is that like she's gonna maybe start working for the company or something, because like her actual self. Because I mean, there's no way they're gonna just let her know everything she's seen just go out in the open. There's no way. I don't think.
Yeah. I thought it ended in a way that was setting it up for more, which obviously this thing made what, $20 million this first weekend, or just domestically, and then like what, $100 million worldwide just this first weekend. So we're getting more. Kane Parsons is going to give us more.
Yeah.
So it's like, holy shit.
Goops,
they did set it up for a second. They did set it up for a second one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It made $81 million.
Made
Worldwide.
119 worldwide. 119 worldwide. 81 domestic.
God dang. Nuts.
It's the
Are they gonna-
highest grossing opening weekend for an original horror movie ever.
That's so good.
Are they going to
And
start
for
trying to take this
A24.
approach with like the smaller budgets? Do you think they're going to try to do that, like young directors now?
Dude,
I'm
hope
afraid
so.
they're
We
gonna
need-
like troll YouTube for like all these analog horrors, and they're just gonna like, hey, let's just hire this guy. He has a lot of views on YouTube, so
right?
I think that's probably what's gonna happen.
I just hope this opens up doors for young directors, man. We need more fresh young
Yeah.
minds in
Yes.
there.
So
Real quick. I'm gonna be right back. Keep talking. I'll just be right back. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
okay.
They're good.
So I learned this. There was like a new executive that was like hired for Blumhouse recently that worked for Shudder. And what Shudder did before is like look for like young or independent horror movies like with no name directors. Get them into the scene, and of course they're what they are now. When he got hired at Blumhouse, that's what he wants to do now. And of course, Blumhouse and Atomic Monster work together. So Curry Barker's Obsession, not Inception.
It's a good movie too.
True. So that's why they bought that, because he's a young upcoming director that everyone knows about. So that's why they bought it, and that's why he also has the picture deal with them for Anything But Ghost. But that's why they also got Kane Parsons for Backrooms, because he's a young upcoming filmmaker who knows the Backrooms, and it's the best thing to do is if you want to do a movie about this property, get the guy who originally made it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad they let Kane do it. I'm glad he didn't let somebody else make it. I was worried that when they announced that there was rumors they're going to do a movie, that someone else was going to get their hands on it. And I didn't want that. I didn't want someone to take his work. I wanted him to be able to make it.
I know there was a bunch of rumors surrounding it. I forgot what one of them was. Like he had a shadow director, and it was some bigger. And I was like, they wouldn't do that. And there's people on the set that would be able to see. And even Mark Duplass came out. He's like, no, he did this all on his own, guys. Like,
Yeah, that was a weird like smear campaign like before the movie.
Yeah.
It's like
all these old ass
like,
dudes
what are we
coping.
doing?
yeah,
I was like, what are we doing right now?
I haven't
Are we
even
really
seen
trying
the
to
movie
tear
yet.
down this kid already? It's not even out yet.
yeah,
What are we
I'm like,
doing?
that was
Logan.
crazy.
Logan's
Yeah.
video is my favorite because he's going through the pictures. He's like, you see this guy? He's telling his actor what to do. He's direct. And I'm like, he's just
Like, there's just, I'm like, what are we talking? You weren't there. Why are we making this shit up? Like, you weren't on the set. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so stupid.
I was like, everyone was saying they're just keeping him around for marketing because he made it. I was like, what the fuck are we talking about?
They wouldn't have to do that. They could have just been like, no, we're gonna buy the rights and make it. Like,
Yeah, I know that exactly. Oh,
but
my
I
God.
also think with these like other directors coming on as producers, they believe in Kane Parsons, what he can do, like Oscar Perkins, James Wan. I think there's another one, but they believe in his vision of the Backrooms.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you this because there's more that could leave off to this because he has announced that he wants to do more. Like he's going to do more with a web series on YouTube. But do you think, especially with the box office, do we get an announcement for the Backrooms 2 very soon?
It's already been basically said that they're gonna do it. I mean, Kane said himself that he's got hundreds of pages of material for the Backrooms over the years. I mean, he can make these movies for forever if he wanted to, probably.
I'm down. I hope they do it. I also know on the flip side though, I would like to see him do new, like a whole new idea too. Like, I mean, because
I'm sure he will.
obviously he knows the back room so well, but I mean, it'd be cool to see another idea, see what he'd do with that. But no, I'd be so happy with the Backrooms too. I mean, with how much money they're gonna make off this, I feel like, they're gonna make as much Backrooms content as they can.
Yeah, I'd like to see more on like the Async Institute and stuff and how they open the Backrooms and all that. I know they did it in the web series, but on a big screen, I think that would be dope.
Yeah.
I just saw this for Kane Parsons. You're talking about like he could do something else. There's one franchise that Blumhouse just bought that would be perfect for Kane Parsons because it's claustrophobic. It has like an eeriness to it. I think with him showing how brutal he can go in the movie, especially the end scene, I feel like Kane Parsons can make a good Saw movie.
Yeah, he probably could. He definitely could.
Yeah.
That's a good shout. Yeah.
That'd be wild. That'd be so wild.
That would be crazy. That would be pretty crazy.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, they might. I don't know. I'm curious to see. I mean, they'll definitely make a second Backrooms. I don't know how many they'll make, but they'll make one more at least for sure. Yeah, they should. This one, I mean, this movie might cross at this rate freaking $300 million. Which is crazy to think about. But I mean, if it's making that much money and this many people are like young people, especially, are going to the theater. Like my theater was packed of like young people. I was like, this is awesome. Like it was like people like my age, like teenagers. I was like, this is great.
Dude, I bet a lot of people are gonna rewatch it too. I'm rewatching this for sure.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah. Just because there's so much to think about.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to go this week and watch it again.
Go in there with like a notepad so you could write everything down. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm like, I gotta write all this shit down.
There's so much to talk about in this movie.
Yeah. One of the friends I saw it with, he was like, dude, this is gonna sound weird, but this movie probably like at home would probably be like really good because you can sit there and like pause it and like just like rewind it if you need to. Like it would probably be awesome to watch like, at home. Like just like by yourself, just like you're closer to the screen, like you can see stuff better. Because there's gonna be a bunch of stuff that you can't, like you're not gonna catch watching it in the theater. There's just so many things. I bet there were so many little like Easter eggs and stuff he put in there from like the web series.
There is one that I caught at the end. It shows it's like the future home of like Crest Ridge Towers or something. That's an Easter egg for his other web series, The Oldest View. So it's all in the same universe. Yeah, and I was like, that's kind of cool. But I didn't catch anything else because I was just like, there's so much going on.
There was.
Especially when they go into the found footage aspect of it. That shit's so just chaotic and rapid. You're just like, I'm going like back and forth to the screen and going, okay, I got to stop fucking trying to catch everything. One, I don't know what I'm looking at. And two, just, you know what I mean? But I had a question for you guys. I don't know if I know you guys talked a little bit when I was leaving about them talking about him, you know, being too young to direct and whatnot. I've heard a lot of criticism about the script itself and the two guys that wrote it, and they were upset that Kane didn't write the actual movie, he just did the direction. Do you think with this success of this one, do you think they're going, I mean, like I said, he's 20 years old, he's directing, we know he can direct the shit out of it, and he wrote obviously all the web series. Do you think that they're going to not allow, but do you think they're going to give him the writing opportunity within the Backroom series? Because we're going to at least get one more, if not more. So do you think with the success of this one and the quote unquote complaints about the two dudes writing it, that's not him, do you think they're going to say, you know what, write a script and let's see what you think, and we'll see what we think, kind of thing? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
Yeah, no, I think he'll definitely get more leeway on the second one. I think he'll have a lot more he'll be a lot more involved with the writing, 100%. I mean, with how much money they're making, I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think they will. And like you said, that is a complaint people have. Like second half of the movie, the writing they say or the plot. So I mean, yeah, I'd say if I'm them, I'm giving him full reign on this thing.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense that they had a writer, because we've seen Kane craft the atmosphere and stuff of the Backrooms, but writing for a movie is fucking crazy. So just having a writer help him, it's still his vision, but I thought it was fine. I thought it was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he would want to write a script though. Like writing a script is so much different than like doing it in a web series where it's like you're not working with actors like real people. I feel like it's so much different. I'm sure they would let him, or he would want to do some writing, but I don't think he would do an entire screenplay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what he wants to do, but I don't know. But from what it seems like, he doesn't really want to write the script.
Yeah.
But
Because
you never know. He might when he gets older.
Yeah, because I'm not saying it would take away from his directing prowess. Because let's be honest, I mean, I'm still blown away. Just how captivating the actual directing was. From directing of the actors, they were phenomenal, and just every frame, every move of the camera, every swivel of when he's looking around when he first gets in there, the revolving shots, like everything was so eye-catching. And I don't know if, like kind of you said, I don't know if adding another thing would hurt the franchise. You know what I mean? I don't think it would hurt it, but I think it would just kind of add more things where it would take away from his eye for
that's a good point.
The production of it all.
So,
but I definitely trust him more now, though.
Yeah,
true. So I was going to chime in on this a little bit because I go back to Curry Barker.
Mm-hmm.
So he wrote Obsession, but kind of like how Logan said, like in the Backrooms, like short films, there's not really actors in it. He's just showing his vision.
Yeah.
Where you like Curry had those skits and all of that and like those short films, so he has the ability to write scripts.
Yeah, like the writing chops.
And it depends because it took them 3 or 4 years to do this movie. If he can learn while the next movie, like I think James Wan like writes films, so if he can write that, I would love James Wan to write the next one. But him like learn. And like even though you don't like him, Goob's like Osgood Perkins. Like him learn from Osgood Perkins how to write a script. So by Backrooms 3, he could probably write his own script for the movie.
You probably
That's who they were saying were like shadow directing was Osgood Perkins. They said that he was following him around directing everything. That's who the person was.
You probably don't want to get writing tips from Osgood Perkins, in my opinion, but that's just me. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't like Osgood Perkins. I'm not you mentioned him earlier, Logan. I'm not the biggest Zach Kreger fan either. You know, the movies that they've put out haven't hit for me. So yeah, let's not have writing tips from Osgood. But James Wan, I'm down with.
Zach Kreger is fucking awesome. You're a charlatan for that.
Oh, Zach Kreger also.
In my opinion, Zach Kreger has made half of a good movie.
Jesus.
The first part of Barbarian, I really enjoyed. Once Justin Long got on the fucking screen, I was like, here we go.
Oh, so you're not a big weapons guy?
No. I did not like Weapons. at all. I do need to do a rewatch of it, but when I left the theater, I was highly disappointed. I was like, there were things where I thought the story could go that I was like, it would work, but then it didn't go in how it connected with me. And I thought the cop scene and the cop portion and the junkie portion, you could have trimmed at least 90% of that out, because it just kind of felt as just too much in a way. That's just me though. I mean, as far as this the filmmaking itself, it was a beautiful looking film. I mean, the camera work was crazy. I enjoyed the camera work, especially when like she walks into the liquor store and the fucking right behind her, and then of course the chase scene with Aunt Gladys.
Oh yeah,
great working as far as the camera. So I am hopeful on his Resident Evil, because that trailer just gives enough where it's like, okay, this is something that I could get behind. You know what I mean? But that's just me being picky.
Yeah.
Dylan hates me for that, for my take on that.
I fucking love Kreger. I love weapons. Resident Evil is gonna be dope, but yeah. Is there any more thoughts about Backrooms? I mean, I feel like we're all just kind of gushing over it, and there's nothing.
Sounds like we need to rewatch it because there's just so much to think about with this.
Yeah. It's like I've never left a theater not knowing what the hell I just watched and liked it so much. You know what I mean? Like,
That's a good way to describe it.
I really enjoyed it. And like I said, it made me want to go and search the YouTube series and just kind of dive in, and because there's so many layers within this story and this premise. But
I had fucking anxiety at the end of it because I didn't know what to think. I was like, this is just so confusing and so good. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I had my reservations. Like I said earlier about like how it didn't feel like the Backrooms because it's being translated to a big movie.
Yeah.
But everything else, I was like, I don't know what to think right now. It was awesome.
Yeah. When she was being chased, and then when she goes in those small corridors and everything, there were times where I took my freaking pop and I put it on my head because I was just like sweating and just like so much like heart fluttering and everything. I was like, this movie better end soon, because if not, I'm going to end, because it was just an onslaught of just chaos. I wanted to ask something, because it kind of, and I don't know if I'm looking too far into this or what, but remember when he's filming the commercial and he has his like fake peg leg and all that stuff, and he sits on the chair and the chair leg breaks, and it feels like that just kind of sends him over the edge a little bit, where he's like, all this, piece of shit furniture, everything like that. Then he goes and outside of his own, his wife's house, and it kind of plays that way. When Pirate Clark is chasing her and she has the coat rack, when she hits him and he's coming at her and he hits her in the leg and he falls, I think I'm just looking too much into it, but like the broken leg of the chair kind of pushed him over the edge and like kind of forced him in that more downward spiral, because he's just like, I can't do anything. When stuff goes bad, just the littlest things can make it even worse and push you over the edge. When she knocked it kind of reminded me like of that scene of, I don't know, I think I'm just tripping, but like how she broke his leg and he fell, and that was his demise because he got on top of her and he just bam, bam, bam with the rock, or with the handprint. Like,
I didn't think about that.
Broken leg chair. I don't know if I'm just crazy or not, but it's like that, because after he did the commercial and that chair leg broke, that's when he's watching the TV and it flashes of the back room, and that's when he kind of like goes in and finds it. And now his evil entity with the pirate she breaks his leg and ends up killing him with the hand. I don't know if that is any correlation, anything. I just thought it was just a little detail, like of the chair, the leg of the chair breaking, and then his leg being broke and kind of causing his demise. Maybe I'm just nuts, but
I wouldn't say it's out of the question, though. I mean, you never know. There's just a lot to interpret with this, and I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I thought they were connected for sure. I think that's the moment he kind of snaps in like real life, and everything comes crashing down for him when he falls, because he wants to, like, if you saw his competitor, he had a cool ass commercial, and like he was able to do it, and he was confident, and then here's this guy, his commercial kind of fucking sucks because everything's falling apart. He can't really act or anything, and I think it just his mental state was cracking even more at that time.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Yeah. And I feel like nothing's really out of the question with this type of movie. Everything can be there for a reason and on purpose. But yeah, that was just my little thought process on there. But any other last minute thoughts? Any Dakota, anything?
The only thing I would say is the little steps and that big ass like fall down. I'll be cooked because I'm scared of heights, so I'm dying automatically.
Oh yeah.
That room was so cool though. That was crazy.
Yeah. I want to know how his big ass got through that little that narrow staircase up through there. Like, how did his big ass fucking maneuver to get up in there? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's freaky.
I wish they would have showed us that.
Right?
This is just him crawling up the stairs.
Yeah.
But no, that I like that. The whole chasing at the end was so good. I love the editing. The pacing of this movie was honestly extremely impressive to me. It was like an hour and 50 minutes. It flew by for me. It was so well paced, and
100%.
like that's just another thing directing wise that I thought was very good was the pacing. It didn't feel boring for 1 second. It felt like there was always something going on.
Yeah. Like I said, I looked at when it panned out and then just boom, I was like, what the hell? I was like, we're done already? Because there's just so much. And I didn't find myself bored at all. And there's been plenty of movies that, like I said, I'm just like, okay, what's the time? Okay, got like 30 more minutes. Can we just get to where we're going? But this one, total opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But no. Shoot, if there's nothing else, we just want me to close her on out.
Before we close out, next week's episode, guys, we'll be talking about June horror movie releases with Ray. We'll bring him back on, so be prepared to talk about all those.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Well, first off, Carson, Logan, we appreciate you joining us and talking everything Backrooms. We'd love to have you guys back. If you guys want to, we'll be in touch, obviously. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Definitely. And like I said, everybody, their information as well as all of ours will be down in the show notes. Give everybody a like and follow. Again, if you have seen the Backrooms, let us know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. Hit that bell notification. And we appreciate you guys always. If you're on Spotify, Apple, hit that 5-star review. And we just appreciate you guys as always. We love you for always joining back here at the Horror and Gore Horror Movie Podcast. And as always, we will see you next Tuesday.
See you guys.
See you next Tuesday.